safer for the soldiers than looking for trouble in some village.
You said Liliana asked you to run an Inquisition tavern. How did you meet?
Dumb luck, mainly. I managed an inn back in Denner. When I heard interesting gossip, I passed word to Liliana. Sometimes it was helpful. She asked if I wanted to own my own tavern, and I said yes. I didn't realize she meant this.
Joie. 1 second. Szybko. Dobra. Let me grab a coffee. I need a coffee. wish I was 10 years younger.
What can you tell me about this area?
Adan is Haven's apothecary. He's been making potions and tending to the wounded as best he can. Harris is the Inquisition's smith. Whatever he can make you, Thren the Quartermaster can probably find. And for anything fancier, you can try buying from Segris. His prices aren't too high. Yet. Oh, there's also Minave. She studies beasts and things, as I understand.
Farewell.
Goodbye.
How can I tell where I was?
Near Redcliffe?
Oh, there's a lot.
Going. The mages and the Templars put a lot of people out of their homes.
At least Mother Giselle is there to help.
I think food and clothing would help more than prayers.
Solus is here.
The chosen of Andraste, a blessed hero sent to save us all.
I didn't ask for this, but someone has to find a way to seal this breach.
Spoken nobly indeed. You think I'm mocking you? This age has made people cynical. I've journeyed deep into the Fade in ancient ruins and battlefields to see the dreams of lost civilizations. I've watched as hosts of spirits clash to reenact the bloody past in ancient wars both famous and forgotten. Every great war has its heroes. I'm just curious what kind you'll be.
What do you mean ruins and battlefields?
Any building strong enough to withstand the rigors of time has a history. Every battlefield is steeped in death. Both attract spirits. They press against the veil, weakening the barrier between our worlds. When I dream in such places, I go deep into the Fade. I can find memories no other living being has ever seen.
You fall asleep in the middle of ancient ruins. Isn't that dangerous?
I do set wards. And if you leave food out for the giant spiders, they are usually content to live and let live.
I've never heard of anyone going so far into the Fade. That's extraordinary.
Thank you. It's not a common field of study for obvious reasons. Not so flashy as throwing fire or lightning. The thrill of finding remnants of a 1,000-year-old dream? I would not trade it for anything. I will stay then. At least until the breach has been closed.
Was that in doubt?
I am an apostate surrounded by Chantry forces in the middle of a mage rebellion. Cassandra has been accommodating, but you understand my caution.
Cassandra trusts you. She won't let anyone put you into a circle against your will.
Thank you. I appreciate the thought. But now let us hope either the mages or the Templars have the power to seal the breach. Closing the breach is our primary goal. But I hope we might also discover what was used to create it. Any artifact of such power is dangerous. The destruction of the Conclave proves that much.
You don't think whatever created the explosion was destroyed in the blast?
You survived, did you not? The artifact that created the breach is unlike anything seen in this age. I will not believe it destroyed until I see the shattered fragments with my own eyes.
We would do well to try to recover whatever created the breach.
Liliana's people have scoured the area near the blast and found nothing. Whatever the artifact was, it is no longer there. In any case, did you need me for anything?
What do you know about the Fade?
A great deal, from my wanderings. There are few hard facts, but I can share what I have learned.
I'd like to know more about demons.
The Chantry says that demons hate the natural world and seek to bring their chaos and destruction to the living. But such simplistic labels misconstrue their motivations, and in so doing, do all a great disservice. Spirits wish to join the living, and a demon is that wish gone wrong.
Is there a way to coexist? To live with them, if not in peace, at least without such active confrontation?
Not in the world we know today. The veil creates a barrier that makes true understanding most unlikely. But the question is a good one, and it matters that you thought to ask.
I'd like to know more about the breach.
Simply put, it is a tear in the veil between this world and the Fade, allowing spirits to enter the world physically. Small tears occur naturally when magic weakens the veil, or when spirits cluster at an area that has seen many deaths. But your mark allows you to exert some control over the breach. That means it was created deliberately.
I'd like to know more about the veil.
Circle mages call it a barrier between this world and the Fade. But according to my studies in ancient elven lore, that is a vast oversimplification. Without it, imagine if spirits entered freely. The Fade was not a place one went, but a state of nature like the wind.
I don't know if I can imagine that.
Try. Imagine if spirits were not a rarity, but a part of our natural world. Like a fast-flowing river. Yes, it can drown careless children, but it can also carry a merchant's goods or grind a miller's flour. That is what the world could be if the veil were not present. For better or worse.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
You see, I'm thinking while I'm playing this right now, comparing it directly to Baldur's Gate 3, for example. Inquisition, on its start, it sticks with the plot, and most of the conversations, not most, all of the conversations, are the main line, the plot, the world, the lore, getting to know companions, but not through the fucking sexual activity like in Baldur's Gate. It's the complete opposite.
Greetings.
I'd like to know more about you, Solus.
Why?
Why not?
Privacy? Caution? Concern about the direction of this Inquisition once our work is done?
Then don't tell me. I wasn't asking as part of the Inquisition.
I'm sorry. With so much fear in the air. What would you know of me?
What made you start studying the Fade?
I grew up in a village to the north. There was little to interest a young man, especially one gifted with magic. But as I slept, spirits of the Fade showed me glimpses of wonders I had never imagined. I treasured my dreams. Being awake, out of the Fade, became troublesome.
Did spirits try to tempt you?
No more than a brightly colored fruit is deliberately tempting you to eat it. I learned how to defend myself from more aggressive spirits, and how to interact safely with the rest. I learned how to control my dreams with full consciousness. There was so much I wanted to explore.
I gather you didn't spend your entire life dreaming.
No. Eventually, I was unable to find new areas in the Fade.
Why?
2 reasons. First, the Fade reflects the world around it. Unless I traveled, I would never find anything new. Second, the Fade reflects and is limited by our imaginations. To find interesting areas, one must be interesting.
Is this why you joined the Inquisition?
I joined the Inquisition because we were all in terrible danger. If our enemies destroyed the world, I would have nowhere to lay my head while dreaming of the Fade.
I wish you luck.
Thank you. In truth, I've enjoyed experiencing more of life to find more of the Fade.
How so?
You strengthen your body to deliver and withstand punishment. The muscles are an enjoyable side benefit. You have chosen a path whose steps you do not dislike because it leads to a destination you enjoy. As have I.
You said you'd traveled to many different places.
This world, or its memory, is reflected in the Fade. Dream in ancient ruins, and you may see a city lost to history. Some of my fondest memories were found in crumbling cities, long picked dry by treasure seekers. the best of the battlefields. Spirits press so tightly on the veil that you can slip across with but a thought.
Any place in particular?
I dreamt at Ostagar. I witnessed the brutality of the Darkspawn and the valor of the Ferelden warriors. I saw Alistair and the hero Ferelden light the signal fire, and Logain's infamous betrayal of Kaelin's forces.
I've heard the stories. It would be interesting to hear what it was really like.
That's just it. In the Fade, I see reflections created by spirits who react to the emotions of the warriors. One moment, I see heroic wardens lighting the fire, and a power-mad villain sneering as he lets King Caelan fall. The next, I see an army overwhelmed and a veteran commander refusing to let more soldiers die in a lost cause.
And you can't tell which is real.
It is the Fade. They are all real.
Have you always traveled and studied alone?
Not at all. I have built many lasting friendships. Spirits of wisdom, possessed of ancient knowledge, happy to share what they had seen. Spirits of purpose helped me search. Even wisps, curious and playful, would point out treasures I might have missed.
I don't know of any spirits by those names.
They rarely seek this world. When they do, their natures do not often survive exposure to the people they encounter. Wisdom and purpose are too easily twisted to pride and desire.
You trust these spirits not to possess you the first time you accidentally make a wish?
Do you trust your friends not to turn on you?
Well, yes, but they're people.
Ah, of course.
You know what I mean.
Are people only people because they are flesh and blood? Is Cassandra defined by her cheekbones and not her faith? Varric by his chest hair and not his wit?
I hadn't thought about it that way. But I see your point.
Thank you. Few are willing to entertain such a notion.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye. What can I do for you?
Alright,
We'll talk
all done with Solus. Back to the table. Should be 2 more of those cards done. And I guess there's nothing else left.
There was no word for heaven or for earth or sea or sky. All that existed was silence.
The game, the more I play, the more I realize it was made for this, for the gamepad. You should never even try to play with mouse and keyboard. It's disgusting on mouse and keyboard. Disgusting. We received 80 gold only.
My scouts are posted on the ridges.
174. Alright, whatever. We can get our coin again. Right? That's about it. What's up, Transistor? Yeah, I decided to play a bigger game. It's gonna be this and the Lords of the Fallen. Then it's gonna be Breath of the Righteous DLC. And then it's gonna be the Rogue Trader. I won't spend any more time playing in this. It's just not worth it. I played everything that matters for this year. Slice of light. Fulfill Inquisition requisitions with a Quartermaster.
No, my lord, I don't know where the other nobles are. I suggest you ask Ambassador Montillier. Oh, you're him. Thrin, Inquisition Quartermaster. I'm doing what I can to supply this mess. If you find what I need to fill one of my requisitions, I'd appreciate you bringing it in.
What do you do here?
I make sure the Inquisition troops have food in their bellies and iron in their hands. Both are important. Lots of people expecting us to be heroes, marching all day to fight the demons. Turns out heroes need to dig latrines just like everyone else.
How does someone end up as Quartermaster for the Inquisition?
I served for Eldon under Ten Loghain MacTier. Best commanding officer this world has ever seen. After they all turned on him at Denerim, though, there wasn't much use for people who held that opinion. Queen Honora offered my services to the Inquisition. It was a kindness. She knew I supported her father and got me away from the political garbage.
Loghain MacTier betrayed the Grey Wardens and his king.
Were you there at Ostagar? I was. King Cailan overextended his position, and the Grey Wardens were too late lighting the signal. Following the original plan would have gotten everyone killed. Ten Loghain made the right decision. I apologize. Sister Liliana told me I shouldn't talk about this. Just forget it.
What did you mean when you mentioned requisitions?
I'm making this Inquisition run with what we have, but we're not a real army. We're stretched thin on materials, so I've put up a requisition list for anything that could help our people. Here, take a look. You find some iron and a good logging site, maybe Varric can get our troops better weapons.
If I have material for a special order, do I bring it to you?
Just take it over there. One of my boys will take the materials or jot down what you found.
Farewell.
Make her go with you.
What now? Iron. Logging stand. Field requisition. Speak with a smith. They're just way too freaking many. Inspect requisitions. Not enough materials for the schematic. Inquisition weapons. We need a lodging stand.
Thanks for checking anyway.
Where is this now? Liliana.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, the champions of the just. Blessed are the righteous, the lights in the shadow. In their blood, the Maker's will is written. Is that what you want from us? Blood? To die so that your will is done? Is death your only blessing?
You speak for Andraste, no? What does the Maker's prophet have to say about all of this? What's his game?
How is this a game?
Do you see the sky? What about the temple ruins? The bones lying in the dust? Even if you didn't support the Divine's peace, you wouldn't call this right. Who could? So many innocent lives. The faithful murdered where the holiest of holies once stood. If the Maker willed this, what is it if not a game or a cruel joke?
I speak for no one but myself, and I have no answers for you.
Then we can only guess at what he wants. The Chantry teaches that the Maker abandoned us. He demands repentance for our sins. He demands it all. Our lives, our deaths. Justinia gave him everything she had, and he let her die.
Maybe you should be angry at the people who murdered her?
If the Maker doesn't intervene to save the best of his servants, what good is he? I used to believe I was chosen, just as some say you are. I thought I was fulfilling his purpose for me, working with the Divine, helping people. But now she's dead. It was all for nothing. Serving the Maker meant nothing.
Maybe you have another purpose. I could help you find it.
No, this is my burden. I regret that I even let you see me like this. It was a moment of weakness. It won't happen again. Come. To work, then. We will speak later.
Cannot speak with Liliana anymore.
Go in peace, Herald of Undeath.
looks so freaking incredible for a 10 years old game. Like,
O Maker, hear my cry. Seat me by your side in death. Make me one within your glory.
Does the darkness creep? It is the whisper in the night, the lie upon your sleep.
My Creator, judge me whole. Find me well within your grace. Touch me with fire that I be cleansed.
just as my body. All my body. Will we get my body? Do you get my body in Inquisition?
So, now that Cassandra's out of earshot, are you holding up all right? I mean, you go from being the most wanted criminal in Thedas to joining the armies of the faithful. Most people would have spread that out over more than one day.
I'm just glad I'm still standing after all that.
I still can't believe you survived Cassandra. You're lucky you were out cold for most of her frothing rage. For days now, we've been staring at the breach, watching demons and maker knows what fall out of it. Bad for morale would be an understatement. I still can't believe anyone was in there and lived.
If it was that bad, why did you stay? Cassandra said you were free to go.
I like to think I'm as selfish and irresponsible as the next guy, but this... Thousands of people died on that mountain. I was almost one of them. And now there's a hole in the sky. Even I can't walk away and just leave that to sort itself out.
It's pure luck that I escaped.
Good luck or bad? You might want to consider running at the first opportunity. I've written enough tragedies to recognize where this is going. Heroes are everywhere. I've seen that. But the hole in the sky... that's beyond heroes. We're going to need a miracle. Need something?
The red lyrium we found at the temple seemed to upset you.
My brother Bartrand and I sort of discovered red lyrium during an expedition in the Deep Roads. We located an ancient thaig, so old it barely looked dwarven. There was this idol there made of it. Bartrand brought it back to the surface, and, well, everything's gone downhill from there.
So what is it? Just another kind of lyrium?
The red stuff is lyrium like a dragon is a lizard. It's not just a different color. It has a whole host of weirdness all its own. I've written to every mining cast house in Orzammar. No one's seen this stuff before or knows where it came from.
What makes it special?
Regular lyrium can mess you up pretty badly, but you have to ingest it for that to happen. Red lyrium messes with your mind when you're just near the stuff. You hear singing, get violent, paranoid, and then it does creepy shit. Makes things float, brings statues to life. It also turned Kirkwall's Knight Commander to lyrium. Everyone's been kept at least 100 paces from it since.
How did the red lyrium get in the Temple of Sacred Ashes?
I don't know. So as far as I knew, the only piece to make it to the surface was destroyed. And the location of the thaig it came from is a secret. Did someone find more of it in the Deep Roads? That's not a cheery thought.
I think that's enough on red lyrium.
Yeah, not really my favorite subject. Need something?
Can I ask you something, Varric?
You want to talk about me? I'm flattered. Also inclined toward extravagant lies.
You from Ferelden? Or Ley?
Free marches. born and raised in Kirkwall. And despite whatever you've heard, no, Kirkwall's not that bad.
I'm not clear on your line of work. You're a merchant?
I'm a businessman. My family has a seat in the Dwarven Merchants Guild. Merchants buy and sell goods. Businessmen buy and sell stores. In my spare time, I manage a spy network, and occasionally, I write books.
If you've run a spy network, why is Liliana our spy master?
To be honest with you, she's just a better spy master. The truly great ones can keep their distance. They don't get attached to their people. Me, I always wind up babysitting my informants and worrying about their families. We're in better hands with her.
You're an author? What kind of books have you written?
I've tried my hands at a few genres. My crime serials are my most popular. Hard in Hightown, guards breaking the rules to get things done. The Tale of the Champion is the most famous thing I've written, or infamous maybe. I started a romance serial once, Swords and Shields, but to be honest, I don't have a knack for romances. Most of my stories end in tragedy. Probably that says something unfortunate about me personally.
What sort of shops do you own?
Actually, we don't own shops. That was just an example. Mostly we invest in money lenders. Auction houses, a few mercenary companies, a couple of smithies. I think we own half a beet plantation in Ravane somewhere. Most of that's my brother's doing. Bartrand had business sense. Not much tact, but loads of business sense.
Where did you get that crossbow? I've never seen one like it.
Bianca? She's one of a kind. I got her off a guy in Darktown. Took me a week to pry his dead fingers off the stock.
Who is she named for?
I can't tell you.
And the reason for that is?
Complicated. It's the one story I'll never tell. We just have to leave it at that.
Thanks, Varric.
No problem. Need something?
Carry on.
I'll scout the upper part first, and then we're gonna go down. Check the gear, level them all up. Nice and easy.
Researcher Minet wishes to use some inexpensive spirits. She wishes to light creatures' thoughts on biotic.
Are we going to have new verses in the Chant of Light now for the Herald of Andraste, telling what he did?
The singing maid.
Far too soon to consider anything like that.
I was talking with a friend who said there used to be a verse about an elf in the chant.
Oh, you freaked me out. Green Oak, thanks for the 4 months. Did I miss someone here?
No, I know their purpose, but you remember
Should be traders around. Zigret. Buy and sell. There we go.
Good day. Or good as it could be with the sky ripped apart.
What kind of person stays to run a shop at a time like this?
Kind with nowhere else to go. Those blasted demons destroy most of my goods. If I stay here, work some contacts, I can start rebuilding. Maybe, just maybe, help you folks out in the process.
You must speak with most everyone here. How are people doing?
Hope and fear in equal measure. No one really knows what it means when an Inquisition is called. Yet. I imagine it's no better for you. You've got my sympathies, for what it's worth.
Can I see what you have for sale?
course. My wares are at the table.
Bianca grip. Aiming module. Bianca arms. Bianca grip, Bianca arms, Bianca aiming. Yay! That was cheap. I need to figure out crafting now. Bloody hell, there's more. Huge makeup.
Still got demons pouring out of the rifts.
You're worried about the rifts. I understand that.
I don't see why we need to build siege equipment. We're not laying siege to anything.
That's an excellent point, Recruit. But if someone comes to lay siege to us, perhaps it will be best for us to have some means to fight back.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. Fighting anyway, sir. I've heard it was mages. Demons.
Make a watch over you.
Start, I guess, with all these resources. Solas, yes. All the way down. Check the inventory. Sell. So with Solas, with Varric. Where's Cassandra? I haven't seen Cassandra. Where is she? I will. Again, I must say it. 17 times better than Starfield 10 years ago, man. 10 years difference. Although Starfield has a 20 years old engine. But still.
You there. There's a shield in your hand. Block with it. If this man were your enemy, you'd be dead. Lieutenant, don't hold back. The recruits must prepare for a real fight, not a practice one.
Yes, Commander.
We've received a number of recruits. Locals from Haven and some pilgrims. None made quite the entrance you did.
And also what I must compare, because I played Baldur's Gate 3 recently. Again, every conversation in Baldur's Gate 3 is a cringe comedy. Here, conversations are serious. Something huge is happening. It's gonna be a war, demons above, I don't know what, the breach. Okay? They all talk about the plot. Assemble the Inquisition, prepare for the war. Okay. And in Baldur's Gate 3 is like, no one talks about the plot, everyone wants to fuck with everyone. And they crack stupid jokes all around while the world is burning. Like, this is believable approach in Inquisition, or I don't even wish to speak about Origins, how believable it is. Origins is like full fucking stress while playing, because you feel like you're in a war, and then the demons, okay, they're progressing, you can see the map, how they conquer everything, you avoid the route and so on, you create the army and whatnot. And it's believable. You can feel like you're in a war. In Baldur's Gate 3, you feel like, I don't know, you're defending your ass from companions all the time. And then someone's gonna tell me how it was good. It was not good, man. They broke immersion with fucking comedy and with sexual aggression. I can't call it differently. It's sexual aggression. They broke immersion, you don't feel the game. I never felt I was in danger because in Baldur's Gate 3 you had like a tadpole in your brain. And Mirkul, Baal, they're assembling to conquer the world, okay, and the mind players are attacking. That's the plot. But you don't feel it. You don't feel it happening. You're defending your ass. That's how it was. And this is believable, okay? Even though Inquisition is worse than Origins, it's still believable. You feel like you're in that world, like something is actually happening. You see how conversations were in like what now? In the first 4 hours of the game. Serious conversations, everyone speaking about lore, about the country, about the demons, about the fade, about the breach, about this, about that, but no one is fucking cracking jokes because you're in a war. Baldur's Gate 3 is the complete opposite, man. They crack jokes out of everything.
I just hope I can help.
As do we all. It is enough that you would try. I was recruited to the Inquisition in Kirkwall myself. I was there during the Mage Uprising. I saw firsthand the devastation it caused.
Sir.
Cassandra sought a solution. When she offered me a position, I left the Templars to join her cause. Now it seems we face something far worse.
Yeah, and the world is a game of the... Yeah. Baldur's Gate 3 is the game of the year contender, but you know why? Have you seen? Just pay attention. What I noticed. Have you seen how many people that never played a CRPG actually played and created content for Baldur's Gate 3? Now, aside from all of those newcomers, okay, have you seen how many women played Baldur's Gate 3? Women. They never ever played an RPG, not to mention a CRPG in their life. But they did play Baldur's Gate 3. And have you seen how they play Baldur's Gate 3? They see a joke, they see someone wants to fuck them, they're like, oh yeah, fuck me. They see the next NPC, they want to, oh yeah, fuck me. And that's how they play Baldur's Gate 3, man. I've seen what they do, like it has nothing to do with the game, man. It's a fucking agenda. Migrant crisis, sexual aggression, cringe jokes, and of course all women will go and play, man. They even have selfie mod. They can take selfies like for Instagram and so on. They got it all. I've seen it. Spent some time, like 4 or 5 hours, checking out what people did for Baldur's Gate 3. Wanted to compare what I did for Baldur's Gate 3 compared to others, okay? And I was like, fucking hell, I only did the actual gameplay. You know, I tested every single quest, created a guide for every map, you know, what's where, told people what they should do, how they should play. Spent a lot of time in doing so. Like, I approached it as a video game. Those that I've seen, they approached it like a Netflix TV show, but a bad version, like a porn version of a Netflix TV show. And what's even worse, they keep finding the game funny. You know, they laugh at every cringe joke. Every time when someone wants to fuck them in Baldur's Gate 3, they find it funny. Even though it can happen like 100 hours later, they found it funny. No one's speaking about the game. What I've seen, like what those creators do. Lae'zel is hot, the game is great. Astarion has swagger. The game is great. Best game in the world. Schwarzenegger Druid can fuck you as a bear. The game is great. But no one said anything about the gameplay. No one. They all fucking ignore the video game. You play a video game and you ignore the gameplay. Why do you play it then? Watch a TV show. Watch a movie. Watch media. Read newspapers. I don't know. Do something. Watch porn. I don't get it. Try to find content. Okay, proper content. There is proper content for Baldur's Gate 3. It's like, I've seen it. People that have like 200 subscribers or 1,000 subscribers or 5,000 subscribers max. Okay. And then I enter the game and I've seen like, I don't know, solo kill, under leveled, like 5 levels down, killing the entire map. And that video has like 50 views. Okay. 50 views. But sexual aggression in Baldur's Gate 3 with some stupid whore playing the game, that has millions of views. You gotta see her reaction, okay? Now she opens her mouth wide, okay? And she goes like eyes like this, okay? He's about to fuck me. And that's got 5 million views. And that game is gonna win Game of the Year. That game is going to win the Game of the Year. Like, come on. I've seen a lot of shit, okay? I can't even remember everything that I've seen. It was cringe after cringe after cringe. And then I'm like, going to my channel, checking the video that I released, okay? I hope people like it, but gamers are on that video, okay? Like, the real gamers are on that video that they wanna play, they wanna 100% the game, they talk about the game. But, man. It's not even the topic what's better, okay? Is it for me personally, there's like 20 CRPGs, if not even 50 CRPGs that are better than Baldur's Gate 3. I can't even consider Baldur's Gate 3 as a flat CRPG because it's not. But now, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about how people approach the game. They're on a hype train. They advertised well. Then they're like, you know, when you put on a horse, so he can just see like this, so you can race. Okay, he can just see the tracks. That's what like 95% of player base in Baldur's Gate 3 is. They're like this. Okay? And they only see sexual aggression, they find it funny, and they play the game. And they don't see nothing outside of it. Okay? Nothing. Everything is a mess.
The Conclave destroyed, a giant hole in the sky. Things aren't looking good.
Which is why we're needed. The Chantry lost control of both Templars and Mages. Now they argue over a new divine while the breach remains. The Inquisition could act when the Chantry cannot. Our followers would be part of that. There's so much we can...
Forgive me. I doubt you came here for a lecture.
You've given this a lot of thought.
I know what happens when order is lost, and action comes too late. There's still a lot of work ahead.
Commander, Sir Ryden has a report on our supply lines.
As I was saying.
Well, I don't know about the competition and how it goes with competition. Okay, I'm kinda curious about it as well. My personal guess is that like 90% never finished the game, and yet they claim how Baldur's Gate 3 is the best game ever. Okay. So, only 1.7% finished the game on Tactician mod. 2 or 3 months later, and people are claiming how the game is gutty. How many finished the game in total? Is there an achievement when you finish the game? I can tell by, for example, defeat Gortash. So, only 3% killed Gortash. Only 4% killed the dragon. Only 4% reached Sarevok. That means that less than 3% finished the game. And people have balls to claim how Baldur's Gate 3 is the game of the year. Under 3% of player base finished the game. That's on Steam. I guess it's even worse on consoles. I believe it's 1% and below. So the average would be like 2% of I don't know how many million copies. How many million people. 2% finished the game. Those 98% are claiming how Baldur's Gate 3 is game of the year. They never got out of Act 2. Okay, let me see how many got out of Act 2. No one killed Oren. Okay, 90% never got to Oren. But that's Act 3. Only 30% found the Blood of Latender Mace. Most of them, majority of player base, never got out of Act 1. They never got out of Act 1. And they gonna say how Baldur's Gate 3 is the game of the year. What they know about the game is they bought it, they played it for like 5 hours, and then they start watching sexual aggression content on YouTube. Okay. And now they all claim how it's game of the year. That's the reality of Baldur's Gate 3. That's the fucking reality. Larian made it. They did. They earned a lot of money. Good job. But the game fucking sucks. It just sucks. Because you can finish the game in Act 2. That's how 13% finish the game. You can finish the game in Act 2.
Yes?
That's how. So no one seen Sarevok. 3% of people seen Sarevok. Get the fuck out. No one fucking played the game, man. They're just on a hype train. It's not only Baldur's Gate 3, it's everything. Everything. Baldur's Gate 3 is the lead example.
I'd like to know more about the Templars.
If you need insight into what the Order is doing now, I'm afraid I can't offer more than you already know. Anything else, I will answer as best I can.
Why did you join the Order?
I could think of no better calling than to protect those in need. I used to beg the Templars as our local chantry to teach me. At first, they merely humored me. I must have shown promise, or at least a willingness to learn. The Knight Captain spoke to my parents on my behalf. They agreed to send me for training. I was 13 when I left home.
Do you know what's also indication when you say like that, Act 3? When I check my views, okay, for the guides, Act 1 has 200k, Act 3 has 20k. So 10 times less. Act 2 is on a 60 to 80k. You realize the line, okay, it goes like when you start the game, it's like the line is here, where is the line is over here. This is the beginning of Baldur's Gate 3, okay, this is the prologue, alright, this is the prologue. Then it's Act 1 like this, then it's Act 2, and then over here, down in the middle, that's Act 3, okay, that's the people that see the Act 3, and this over here, that's the completion rate of Baldur's Gate 3. You see that? That's the completion rate of Baldur's Gate 3.
Templars take vows? I swear to the Maker to watch all the mages. That sort of thing?
There's a vigil first. You're meant to be at peace during that time, but your life is about to change. When it's over, you give yourself to a life of service. That's when you're given a filter, your first draft of Lyrium and its power. As Templars, we are not to seek wealth or acknowledgement. Our lives belong to the Maker and the path we have chosen.
You've lived in the Circle. What was a typical day for a Templar there?
Typical. The last time I was in a circle was right before it fell apart. Nothing was typical.
Before that, then?
Certain rituals require a full guard. A mage's howling, for instance. I've attended a few. Most of the time, you merely maintain a presence, on patrol or in the circle, ready to respond if needed. Mages pretend to ignore that presence, but they're watching you just as closely.
Do Templars and mages never speak to each other?
Some do, but Templars are supposed to maintain a certain distance from their charges. If a mage is possessed or uses blood magic, he must act quickly, without hesitation. Your judgment cannot be clouded. Of course, ignoring one another does nothing to foster understanding.
Do the Templars do anything besides hunt mages?
Templars protect against the dangers of magic. Before the Order left the Chantry, that meant serving in a circle. They were also tasked with tracking apostates or fighting demons inevitably summoned by the weak or malicious.
What do you think of mages? Are they all a threat?
I've seen the suffering magic can inflict. I've treated mages with distrust because of it, at times without cause. That was unworthy of me. I will try not to do so here. Not that I want mages moving through our base completely unchecked. We need safeguards in place to protect people, including mages, from possession at the least.
What does Templar training involve?
There is weapon and combat training. Even without their abilities, Templars are among the best warriors in Thedas. Initiates must also memorize portions of the Chant of Light, study history, and improve their mental focus.
Did you enjoy your training?
To learn everything. If I was giving my life to this, I would be the best Templar I could.
You were a model student.
I wanted to be. I wasn't always successful. Watching a candle burn down while reciting the Chant of Transfiguration wasn't the most exciting task. I admit, my mind sometimes wandered.
That's all I wanted to know. Thank you.
Another time, then.
The sad reality, man. The sad reality of the world.
Was there something you needed?
The first indication started around 2010 with this crap, okay, but this is the first indication, but it's not aggressive, okay, this is if you want to, if not, you don't do it. And I can respect that. It even shows you the heart. Care what you do. No one jumping your ass, man. Like in Baldur's Gate 3, the complete opposite. You don't carry a shield in your hand in Baldur's Gate 3, you carry a shield on your ass.
Why would Templars break away from the Chantry?
The Order believes the Chantry no longer supports their efforts. Not to the extent they should.
But the Templars have served the Chantry for ages.
And in that time, they've come to take the Order's services for granted. Templars risk their lives against blood magic, demons, abominations, to feel as if those efforts are dismissed. I may disagree with the Order's actions, but I'm here as proof of that. But I sympathize with their frustrations.
What do you think of the people you work with?
Who do you mean?
What do you think of our ambassador?
We have little in common. How she delights in meeting with nobles all day is beyond me. But I enjoy working with her.
How do you like working with Liliana?
The Inquisition would not exist without her. I may not always agree with her methods, more passionate about our cause than anyone. Cassandra may have declared the Inquisition publicly, but Liliana is just as responsible for its formation.
I should let you get back to work.
Vamos. How big is the freaking main hub, man? Are you serious? You detect something, I don't know what. And where. It shows the pings on the minimap. Tigen note. Lodging stand. Ah. Oh yeah, I would see it when I trigger the quest. But how to go up? I see where it is, how to go there. Requisition for weapons. From where? It's right in front of me. But it's not only the sexual aggression in Baldur's Gate 3, the stupidity of AI, and completely broken balance in leveling, in itemization, it's also the approach, okay? The light comedy approach, that's also a huge issue. Crack jokes non-stop. It breaks immersion. It's bad. Plenty of things are just straight up bad. But how do I go up there? From where? What am I missing? Because there is no bridge. What is that?
I should look around.
You should look around for what? Return note to Adan. Who the fuck is Adan? But it's an like an RPG MMO. True. Unbelievable how big this area is. But quite good. What now? Wood. Logs. Smith. Build requisition. Can you fast travel? You can only mark. There is no fast travel. Yeah. Anyone knows if there is some OP weapon in this wilderness at the beginning? You don't need to do fetch quests. I mean, you gotta do some for materials, I guess, but you don't need to do them all. Stick to the main. Lisette.
You're the one they're calling the Herald.
Yeah.
It rather rolls off the tongue, doesn't it?
No. I did not join the Order to adjust my faith so easily. But I appreciate what the Inquisition is trying to do, and your role in it. Though you may find not many Templars do. We're a distrustful lot by nature.
How did you come to be a Templar?
It seemed the right thing to do. My family are tradesfolk in Denerim. I could have become a cobbler like my father, but this seemed better. It's a chance to uphold the Chantry's laws and help the mages through a troubled time.
Not every Templar feels that way.
I know. Power can corrupt. It's a delicate balance. One person trying to do something can make a difference. You should keep that in mind, Harold.
You're not going to rejoin the Order?
When the temple went up, your forces rescued those few of us still alive. My life is a debt I intend to repay, however I can.
Do you have any idea what caused the explosion?
No, I'm just a recruit. Belief and faith doesn't get you closer to the important meetings. Though that distance did save my life.
I'd like your take on the Templar Order.
It's a shadow of what it was. Where once we both protected all people from the dangers of magic, we now posture and grab at power. One day, I hope the circles are again sanctuaries where mages can practice their craft.
I will talk to you later.
Walk in the Maker's grace.
Now, who said that Cassandra is outside where? That's the Smith.
From Master Dennett in the Hinterlands.
And craft armor and weapon.
And who are you to be fishing around for what the higher-ups are doing?
Modify. Buy and sell.
Expected you'd be by. I'm Harriet, and everyone knows who you are. How's the new gear fit?
Sturdy and warm. It's perfect.
Good. World's gone mad. Stock armor and blades are good against bandits, but we're not fighting bandits. My gear will see you through demons, apostates, whatever this world throws at you. So, you need custom work, something special. You bring the materials to us, we'll make it happen.
How did you come to be here?
Come from a little town called Lowbury. Long gone now. I was in Redcliffe when the Darkspawn hit it during the Blight. Helped rebuild. Left when Royalty decided it was time to hand the place over to the bloody mages. Ended up here. Just missed the boot. Can't decide if I'm the luckiest son of a bitch walking or the exact opposite.
Still walking. That's always good.
True enough.
Near Cullen. Okay.
Does the Inquisition not have supplies to make armor or weapons?
Tough convincing traders to haul up here. Impossible to get them to risk the rare stuff, so that's on you.
If I want something, what can you make?
Start simple. Something to keep you safe. Take a look at it on the table there and we can talk. You'll need materials. We should have what you want just outside.
Can you help improve my arms and armor?
Yes. You find a new piece, a pauldron or greaves, we'll take care of you. You can't just slap a new hilt on your sword in the field. Bring it here, we'll make sure it's done right and proper.
Goodbye.
Right.
Modify some armor. Craft. Craft new armor or weapon, you need a schematic and enough materials. Defender coat, defender mail. Stone bear, leather and cloth. How do you get cloth?
Another time then.
Buy and sell. Tactician renewal. What's a tactician renewal? Respects abilities. Single use. Okay, there is a respect. Only one. Buy. Do you have a chest in this game? For gear? Personal chest? Where is it? Modification. The great sword of the dragon. Lesser firearm. Warrior only. And where's Bianca? Bianca. Aim. Aiming module. Grip. Bianca grip. Arms. Bianca arms. There you go. We can't put that on. You wanna keep? Yeah. Achievement unlocked. Customized. Modify armor.
Another time then.
Craft weapons. Masterwork firm pummel. Metal and cloth. Bianca. Hey, Bianca. Masterwork. Each crafting schematic has one or more slots. Each slot accepts a specific number of materials. Fill available slots to craft an item. 5 different types: offense, defense, damage, and armor. That requires cloth. That requires metal. Chance to stagger. Iron. You can rename. Oh. Okay. Quest completed. So. Okay. I need to find Cassandra only now. Switch gear, sell, and off we go. I'm playing till the Lords of the Fallen is out, and I'm playing Lords of the Fallen, then I'm coming back to Inquisition, and then it's Threat of the Righteous DLC. That's the order. Yeah, I'm gonna have the full walkthrough of this game in like a month from now, I guess. So you can expect me to stream a lot of Dragon Age Inquisition in the future. Where is Cassandra? There you are.
You're kind of a force of nature, aren't you?
When I need to be.
It's impressive.
You flatter me.
I'm trying.
Did I do the right thing? What I have set in motion here could destroy everything I have revered my whole life. One day they may write about me as a traitor, a madwoman, a fool, and they may be right.
You didn't have any choice.
Didn't I? My trainers always said, Cassandra, you are too brash. You must think before you act. I see what must be done, and I do it. I see no point in running around in circles like a dog chasing its tail. But I misjudged you in the beginning, did I not? I thought the answer was before me, clear as day. I cannot afford to be so careless again.
It wasn't like you had no reason to suspect me.
I was determined to have someone answer for what happened. Anyone. You've said you believe you're chosen. Does that mean you believe in the Maker?
I believe he exists.
That's comforting. Surely the Maker put us both on this path for a reason. Now it simply remains to see where it leads us. It occurs to me I don't actually know much about you.
What do you want to know?
I'm not sure. Where are you from?
I was born in Ostwick, and that's where most of my family is.
The Trevellians, is it not? A large clan with a rather clever coat of arms. Tell me, do you consider the Free Marches your home? Are you eager to go back?
Wherever I am is home enough for me.
That's how I feel now, after years of tending to business for the Divine.
I'd like to get to know you better.
You would?
Is that a problem?
Not entirely. I'm just curious as to your motivation.
Is there any harm in us becoming a little closer?
Plenty.
Is that right?
That didn't went well.
As you wish. My name is Cassandra Pentecost, daughter of the Royal House of Navarra, 78th in line for the Navarran throne. I joined the Seekers of Truth as a young woman, and was with the Order until they withdrew from the Chantry. I remained as the Divine's right hand, carrying out her order to form the Inquisition. And here we are. That's all there is to know, my lord.
You're a member of Navarra's royal family.
The Pentecosts are a very large clan. Half of Cumberland could say the same.
Really?
No, but it feels that way. I have hundreds of relatives so distant they need charts to prove we're related at all. And they have them. Oh yes. The Pentecosts value their precious blood like it runs with gold.
And you joined the Seekers to get away from that.
It was a life worth getting away from. The Pentaghasts are famed for dragon hunting, but few actually pursue the craft. Most are fat and lazy. They pay lip service to the Maker and care only for idle pleasures and past glories. My brother was all that kept me in Navarra. Once he was gone, so was I.
Tell me about your brother.
I would prefer not to speak of Anthony. Another time, perhaps.
You don't seem to like your homeland much.
My family polluted it for me. What little I saw of my homeland was through the bars of a gilded cage. My uncle treated me like a porcelain doll to be placed on a shelf and dusted only when necessary. Thus I did not see Navarra, the real Navarra, until much later. By then I realized I knew it not at all.
Your uncle? What about your parents?
They had the misfortune of taking the wrong side in the second attempt to overthrow King Marcus. The king executed them, but spared my brother and I since we were family and children at the time. Thus we were raised by my uncle, a Mortalitasi who preferred the company of his corpses to the living.
Your uncle was a Mortalitasi?
A death mage. He still is. My countrymen do not burn the dead, they bury them in special crypts. The Mortalitasi supervise the crypts, like priests. Uncle Vestalis oversees the grand necropolis. Navarrans spend more time honoring dead relatives than they do with living ones. It is odd to be so fascinated with death and its trappings. I will never understand it.
So you were the right hand to the Divine?
To Divine Justinia, yes. And Divine Beatrix before her, in fact. The position is normally reserved for Templars of the Knights Divine, but my circumstances were unusual.
Unusual how?
You don't know the story? Thank the Maker. I will tell you if you wish, but it isn't as exciting as some drum it up to be. The short version is that I once saved the previous Divine's life. My reward was becoming her right hand.
But what does a right hand do exactly?
What is your hand capable of? It gives, it takes, it beckons. It makes a fist. Liliana and I extended the Divine's reach beyond the Grand Cathedral. We went where she could not. After Beatrix, I was tired of the position and wanted to return to the Seekers. But Justinia convinced me to stay. Her vision for the future gave me hope.
You thought she could really change things?
Justinia knew the war was coming long before it began. She tried to avert it, but the forces arrayed against her were too strong. Sometimes you have to break a bone so it can be reset. That's where the Inquisition comes in. It was to be the answer. A means to preserve as well as an agent for change. I only wish she had lived to see it.
So what's the story about you becoming the right hand?
Sweet Andraste, do you really want to hear that? It was, what, 18, 20 years ago? Some still discuss it like it happened yesterday. The tale gets bigger each time it's told. I barely recognize myself within it now.
I'm sure you're just being modest.
I was there. I think I know what happened. To hear others tell it, I alone saved Divine Beatrix from a horde of dragons sent to assault the Grand Cathedral. Rather impressive for such a young seeker, wouldn't you say?
And the truth is?
I stumbled upon a conspiracy to kill Beatrix. A Templar Knight Commander was at its heart, and there was a dragon battle at the Grand Cathedral, but I had help from loyal mages who rallied to the cause. They freed the dragons from magical control. Without them, the Divine and I would both have died. Yet I became the right hand, and they are forgotten.
You're delightful. You know that?
No, I do not know that. I object. There is nothing delightful about me.
I beg to differ.
I think I preferred you in the stocks.
I'll let you get back to work.
Greetings.
That's enough for now.
I think
Another
it's
time,
time.
then.
to go on a mission. Although, the inventory first, then to check the journal, and then we can go on a mission. Bunch of items. Brilliant stack. Yeah. % stagger on being hit. What do I do with these upgrades? With a pummel? +5 to strength. What I do? How do I equip this? Where do I equip it? It needs to go on a weapon. Uh-huh. I will. Crafting table, yeah. And when I wanna sell, does it matter where I sell it? What trader? Do they all got the same rates or not? So what I need now? Modify weapon. What I need? Craft armor. Modify. Modify. Craft weapon. How the fuck you use this? This is the craft. How do you equip? Pummel. Pummel. Strong. And that's it. Confirm.
Good.
Okay, get it. Where do I sell? Лыжечка. Лыжила. Лыч. 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 disassemble weapons or you can only sell them? Also, what do you do with these valuables? You only sell them? Or not? What do I do with all of this? Figurines and so on. You don't need this, yeah? You don't need them for a quest or something like that. Varric is archery sabotage, yeah. Pick apart enemies that are still unwounded and wary. You do more damage to enemies that are only lightly injured. You do more damage than firing from elevation. You dive out of trouble and fire a hail of arrows at the enemies that were trying to close within you. You can move faster while firing without sacrificing accuracy. Like that. So let's see. Storm, Inferno, and Winter. Create a shimmering barrier. When you're badly injured, you get a protective barrier. Yeah. You send enemies staggering with an explosion of willpower that drives them back, makes them less likely to target you again. Enemies will less likely attack you in battle even when you damage them. Threat reduction 50%. Okay, go. They want to apply? Yeah. My god, I did not apply on Varric. Cassandra. While on active guard, armor bonus 20%, constitution unlock. Your party does more damage to taunted targets. Taunt everyone. Taunt a single target and taunt everyone. Gain stamina when you lose health. Range attack protection. Cannot be flanked. You're less likely to be staggered when hit from the front. That's done as well. I don't know what you are done.
Now, Scout Plane, what can you tell me of Werglia?
The mages
For he who trusts in the Maker, fire is her.
Do you think you can have it done by midweek?
That when Thread needs it.
Quartermaster Threaten understands that your work can't be rushed, Master.
Ah, it's the apothecary. Yo, shit.
Fine. Midweek. Tell Thread to leave me.
Rizal is doing more for the refugees than most.
Yes, whenever people are tired or hungry.
You're back. And in one piece.
Give Tegan's notes.
You said you thought Master Tejan was working on something special.
Jamie, good evening.
I found his notes.
The old codger was on the edge of a breakthrough here, but he couldn't see it. You want some of these mixed up? You just give the word.
Level up. Nice. Yeah, I wanted to play a bigger game. Then I realized I don't have Inquisition on my channel. Whirlwind. Block and slash. Deflect the next incoming attack. Deliver a punishing counter to your attack. 5 stamina per second. Reduce the cooldown. You don't share XP.
Right then.
Inquisition.
I did not see good Templars and evil maidens.
Inquisition weapons. Yeah. Correct. Soldiers require additional weapons if they are to be effective. Reward +1 power. Ah.
Prisoners and jailers. Prisoners learned fear, cruelty.
But the Templars serve the Chantry.
Until we ask them to be less harsh in their treatment of mages.
+1 power. I think we're ready.
There was no sky.
Let's see the new map.
You were the sky.
Research in the nave has notes on alloys. That may prove more effective.
Research. Need to sell the garbage, because that occupies the spot as well. Second crash. I wonder what causing these crashes. Because the game works extremely well. Great soundtrack. Yeah, but Dragon Age Origins also has a great soundtrack as well.
And how much is Mother Giselle willing to offer?
I'm saving often, yeah. I'm gonna save on every 5 minutes or so. I just wonder what's causing it. Has to be something in settings.
Apothecary Adon will have more poultices for the injured as soon as possible, revered mother.
Was this the last BioWare good game? Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. From this point, BioWare went to shit.
Let's see what we have.
The Hinterlands. The Black Emporium. Scout the Hinterlands. Fast travel. Would you like to gather a party and venture to the Hinterlands? Yeah. Varric. Cassandra. Thedas. Just to take a piss and off we go.
Herald of Andraste. I've heard the stories. Everyone has. We know what you did at the breach. It's an honor to meet you, my lord. Inquisition Scout Harding, at your service. Well, all of us here, will do whatever we can to help.
Harding, huh? Ever been to Kirkwall's Hightown?
I can't say I have. Why?
You'd be Harding and... No, never mind.
Ugh.
I'm starting to worry about these stories that everyone's heard.
Oh, there's nothing to worry about. They only say you're the last great hope for Thedas.
Oh, wonderful.
The Hinterlands are as good a place as any to start fixing things. We came to secure horses from Redcliffe's old horsemaster. I grew up here, and people always said that Dennett's herds were the strongest and the fastest this side of the Frostbacks. But with the Mage Templar fighting getting worse, we couldn't get to Dennett. Maker only knows if he's even still alive. Mother Giselle's at the crossroads helping refugees and the wounded. Our latest reports say that the war's spread there too. Corporal Vale and our men are doing what they can to help protect the people, but they won't be able to hold out very long. You best get going. No time to lose.
The Hinterlands. Fade Rifts 2. Equip potions. How do you do that with Elfroot? Replenish all. Or you can replenish one by one. You don't need Elfroot for your healing. What else is here? You can change the party. You can inspect requisitions. What happens when you rest? Damn. Establish camps. Clear threats. Oh, already. Here we are.
Word for you.
What is it?
Could prove useful, sir.
Quartermaster. Oh man. They did it better 10 years ago than today. You know, they actually did it better 10 years ago than today. The only game that can match this, for example, from the newer games, would be the Elden Ring. Everything else is a joke.
Apostates! The apostates have fled to the hills.
No, I won't change the tactics of companions. Where is that? Behavior. Stamina reserve, targeting behavior, controlled, defend, follow. Controlled, Varric, Cassandra, Solace. What is this? Healing reserve. Threshold on 50. AI tactics on. Threshold. Targeting behavior. Sir.
I'm not familiar with this.
Astrariums. Astrarium allow you to unlock the secrets of the heavens. Recreate the image of constellation by connecting the stars without making the same line twice. What? What am I supposed to do? Ah, it's down there. Okay. Okay. Send it now. Revelation Judex. The Sword of Mercy.
Strange.
What does this lead?
Fine work out there. Killing those vultures.
Unlock Synergized. What have I just killed?
Mages and Templars and innocent people caught in the middle. Some things never change.
Decorative gems. Tapestry requisition. Smuggler's Cave. Dex Amulet. Some space. What are you doing?
I doubt these were mere bandits. They moved with the efficiency of a trained group.
Close this. What? There's waves. Prepare for the next wave. Holy shit, that's slow. Bomba. Strike ring. Horn ring and a counter strike. Ability duration by 30. Ability duration by 30. Warrior on. Why can't I equip though? Huh. Okay. Oh, you get power when you're closing the rifts. You got 3 power now. Let's see what's next. Huge map. Bloody hell, huge map. Red lyrium. Do they drop anything out of those rifts? Oh, you leveled up. Varric. Full draw. Takes a moment to line up the perfect shot. It pays off with a devastating hit that bites even deeper against enemies who aren't injured yet. You should open up with Varric from afar. From now on. Because it hurts. It's only the opener, basically. You remove hostile magic and status effects from allies while stripping beneficial effects from enemies. The spell. How about some ice? By standing still, you enter into meditative state, restores your mana at an enhanced rate, reduces all cooldown times. You let invisible waves of magic carry you forward, blurring ahead a short distance. Master the calling of cold. Barrier explodes into wild magic. Area of effect 3 meters. I would upgrade this. And Cassandra. Damage bonus 20% for the entire party on taunted targets. Question marks. On the hilltop. Fucking maps. Can't believe how freaking huge the map is. What's the portal? Bolts. Barriers can be destroyed when enough of the opposite type of elemental damage. Ice barriers can be damaged by mage's fire attacks.
Ignoring the times you actually wounded me.
I did no
I
such
got fire
thing.
weapon.
I questioned you and then brought you to Haven so you could tell your story to the Divine.
What then? Thanks, Varric. We believe you. See you around.
Do not pretend to be an innocent bystander. I could have done far worse, with full justification.
Oh, yes, thank you for not torturing me. I'm so much happier now.
Bloody hell is this shit now? Ash Warrior Refuge. Bloody hell, it's a mage. Oh, you god damn it! Wait! Nerd. Boom! think I don't have any more healing. Devastating. But it's done. Vaporized staff. 45 DPS. Oh. Can you compare? Main hand, brilliant staff, fire damage. There we go. Truth to be told, I'm having fun. I'm having a lot of fun. For now. I really am. Even though I know it's not a perfect game, it's not a CRPG, it's a console RPG. It's actually fine. It really is. And also have in mind, it's a 10 years old game. A full decade. That's a red lyrium. It could be. Seeing red. Red lyrium.
Red lyrium. Whoever this dwarf was, he was in over his head.
Bianca arms enhanced. Red lyrium destroyed. We need to rest. No more potions. It's fucked up. No! Boom! Boom! side. Saga of Tirda Brightex, landmarks. Cabin key. Northwest of the crossroads. Old home. Northwest of the crossroads. Or Berando Velina's death. Amulet. The liquid is a vessel offering a glass vial containing the essence of a magical being.
A Templar, I believe.
Soldiers even here. I told you we would be safe.
I'm not certain, my lady. I know you. They call you the Herald of Andraste for what you did at Haven. But are you? The Maker has not told me.
I am the Herald of Andraste.
And do you claim to hold power over the rifts the Maker has opened in the sky?
I can seal rifts, yes.
Then prove it. Show me that the rifts bend to your will, the will of the Maker. Show me the power you wield.
This cult. What are you doing out here? What is it you think is happening?
The Chantry has fallen, and shown its imperfection in doing so. The Chant of Light was a lie. It was arrogance to think that mortal lips could frame the Maker's will, and so we wait in silence. The Maker has opened the sky. Soon he will call his chosen back to the Golden City.
Until later.
Until the Maker brings you back to us.
I suppose it only natural that some would turn to worshipping the breach, if only in hopes of appeasing it.
What the actual fuck? How do you call this place? Praise the Herald of Andraste.
Maker has torn open the sky.
When the demons have cleansed the unworthy, the faithful will be lifted up.
There must be something here.
Exile.
How did the Maker bring you to these hills?
My lady came to the conclave to support the divine. And you? How did the Maker bring you?
I from Redcliffe village. When the rebel rages. I don't know much about that. I know the wages of Temple.
There's. Bottles of Thedas. Roland's rules.
Travel safely.
Excuse me. While you were coming up, did you meet a young noblewoman with blonde hair and pale green eyes? Lady Velena should be here. We need to be together when the Maker comes.
I found a woman's body down the hill with a letter on it.
This letter... Velena is dead. But we were meant to be together. The Maker would not keep us apart. What am I supposed to do now?
The Inquisition needs men who believe as strongly as you do. Come and help us restore order.
Yes. If waiting here in the hills leaves innocents to die, then I will bring the Maker's word by the sword. My men and I will lend our strength to the Inquisition. Thank you.
We got power. The agent acquired. Or that.
Thank you again. Lady Velena will love this place.
That's a rift. Is there a spot here to replenish potions? Anywhere? Because I can't do it. I had 0 potions.
You bear the mark of the sky. You honor us. You bear the mark of the sky. You honor us.
We want no trouble here.
Dear God, how far does this go? It appears after a rift. I can't do it, it's impossible. Mosaic piece. Mosaic for what?
We want no trouble here.
Well, I can try. see. Weird how they don't give an option to refresh potions. I can't. Not without potions. I can't. I just can't without potions. I need to heal up. Great Pole is actually... You know what? Great Pole. Great Pole is AliExpress version of Dragon Age Inquisition. That's what Great Pole is. But literally AliExpress version of Inquisition. By the way, anyone watches what's the news today in the Holy Land? Anyone knows what's happening over there today? I didn't watch the news today. What does the truthful media says about the Holy Land? Look, I played Great Pole. I finished the game. It was one of the most painful experiences I had in my life, okay? But literally one of the most painful games that I ever played. In terms of damaging my brain. Not in terms of difficulty. Oh, they play on a hostage role now, eh? Makes sense. Uh-huh, that's the news. Anything else? Or is that it? What they say in Fallout, the best line in Fallout ever: war never changes.
This would be a good place to set up camp.
Set it up. You unlocked Trailblazer achievement. Inquisition camps. Press. What? To view? What? First I wanna save. Codex unlocked. Inquisition camps. Codex. Where the flying fuck is that? Jesus Christ with Codex, yes. What happens when you rest? Where do you recover? Oh, you auto-recover potions. And this is to change the party. Requisition officer.
Nothing to report, sir.
Nothing to report, eh? What's this? Equip potions, inspect requisitions, Inquisition tapestries. It takes velveteen and a decorative gems to craft this. Aha. This is how you get power, yeah? Is there an option to sell during mapping? Because you can't carry that much, only 60 items.
Excuse me, have you seen another Inquisition scout? Elven woman, answers to Rids.
You said your friend hasn't reported back?
She was supposed to be checking on some apostates. I'm on duty here, or I'd go look for her.
You can TP back to base to sell. Uh-huh.
I'll talk to you later.
Uh-huh. Okay, okay. Outskirts. Banditos. Oh.
It must have been some time since the Renegade Templars faced a mage of any talent.
I'm not touching a thing.
Templar bastards killed my husband and stole the ring from his finger. They deserve to die.
You're saying the Templars attacked your husband?
Aye. He was digging out a stump. The fools couldn't tell a shovel from a mage's staff. Had to be safe, they said. Rebels everywhere attacking by surprise, sick bastards. They took the ring I gave him on our wedding day in case it was magic.
Farewell.
We're the Templars. They don't care who they kill anymore.
Farewell.
Oof. Holy shit, what do I expect you to play? 5 days on one map. Constellation.
What's with the skull?
The skull illuminates certain objects in the distance. I am not familiar with such magic.
Of course, it had to be a skull that lights up creepy shit.
Shards. 22 shards defined.
Shouldn't we travel to Val Royeaux now, Seeker? The breach isn't going to close itself. Indeed. The sooner we obtain help for the breach, the better.
Around us.
That tower is impressive, even as a ruin. I wonder what dreams it might hold. Interesting. I cannot say what it is, but there must be a reason the skull illuminated the object.
There's Velveteen. Hey, come on, was hidden so well and nothing inside the chest. Why even put it? Straight to the camp. No, it's just the game. Controller's good.
Decent spot to camp.
Nothing to report, sir. Nothing to report, sir.
Man, there's so many things to do. Too bad you can't fast travel from camp to camp. Oh, you can. In that case, it's very good. There is a world map as well. And you can go back to Haven to sell. Okay. And that's about it. Guys, that's going to be it for tonight. It's 1 a.m. I'm gonna go and eat something. I'm off to bed. And the next stream, same time as today, I guess, for tomorrow. I'm going to go to gym only. So, in around 16 hours or so from now, this is the next stream. People, I wish you all good night. See you back in 16 hours.